Welcome back to another AEW prediction video. I have this on the wrong screen. Normally I look at my other monitor, the monitor that I'm gaming on normally. My Streamlabs OBS that I use for recording is normally on the left side. When I'm playing a game and I have the actual game from my PlayStation on the right side. But when I'm doing these predictions, when I'm doing any type of, when I'm doing these, just mostly when I'm doing these predictions, I have it on this side because then I can look at the match that I'm talking about. But AEW Revolution 2025, Sunday, March 9th, tomorrow. I was going to record this last night. I just couldn't find time on Friday to do it. So recording it this morning, we'll have it out at some point here. It'll probably be out midstream here at like 2 o'clock-ish. I'm in the middle of... I was just about to start a stream and I opened my Streamlabs and I was like, oh shit, I still got to record my predictions for Revolution. Now, AEW, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't been watching an incredible amount of AEW, so I'm only kind of somewhat known in what's going on in these matches and shit like that, so I'm not going to know everything. I'm probably not going to shit on anything or praise anything because I don't really know what's going on. I'm going to try and pay attention more to AEW in the coming months. Even though, I'm going to be honest with you, there's not a whole lot that draws my attention. I really don't care for the Death Rider stuff. It hasn't been very good. I'm kind of hoping Cope takes a title today. I know there's some people that don't like Adam Copeland right now, at least in his older age. But I still love Cope, and I want to see him win a world title again. Couldn't do it in WWE. I'd love to see him do it here in AEW. And let's just get this Death Rider storyline done with. It's been awful. We need to give a title to somebody who can actually tell a good story. Which Cope can. I think Ricochet and Cope will end up being our, I'm assuming will end up being our Dynasty match. Those are my two predictions for those two matches. I already got those out of the way. Because if Jon Moxley wins, I'm assuming it'll be Swerve. I mean, you can put the title back on Swerve. I just don't think that's going to happen. I do think we get Cope, and I do think it's going to be Cope versus Ricochet at Dynasty, but we'll see what happens. They haven't actually posted. Dynasty's supposed to be at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but I don't know if they've even posted and it's on the weekend of what WrestleMania is normally on. So like April 6th or whatever it is. So there's that. Anyway, AEW Revolution, we can get right into it here so we can get this up. Our first match, Mercedes Moné versus Momo Watanabe. By the way, these are my predictions. These are my opinions. You don't have to have the same opinion. You don't have to have the same prediction. It's going to be okay. Other than that, I put these match cards. This isn't like the actual order of the match card. By the way, I love the graphics of Revolution this year. I like that they're changing up the colors. It's like a purple and like a yellow, and not the yellow and green that it was before. It's just more. It feels more alive, and it doesn't because when you use the same colors over and over again, it starts to feel kind of robotic, you know. Like, okay, now this is just kind of plain and simple because you've used it 100 times before. Like they did the last couple of Revolutions. There's that same greenish. Now they're actually changing the colors of their hate reviews now. Double or Nothing doesn't have that red and yellow. It's more of a cyan type color to kind of represent Arizona, because that's where Double or Nothing is, and in Phoenix, Arizona. So that's going to be really fun. And then we got All In Texas. Forbidden Door will end up being in the UK, which is good for them. I don't think it'll end up being in Wembley. I don't think they'll sell Forbidden Door in Wembley, but I do think it'll end up being in one of those smaller arenas there in the UK, which should be pretty good. Other than that, Mercedes Moné versus Momo Watanabe. I think is how you pronounce her name. I don't care. And I've said this before. These Stardom, actually. For Momo Watanabe, I believe, is in Stardom. I don't care. I mean, she's not really here to build. She's wrestling on Collision tonight, but she's not here to help build a story. She's not here to help me get any interest. She's not there to help me believe that she can actually win. And I still don't understand. I still don't know who's going to beat Mercedes Moné. I'm surprised this isn't for both the TBS and New Japan Strong Woman, or isn't she a Stardom champion too? I don't remember. She's got a couple different titles, and honestly, I don't care. But I do believe that she retains. Hell, I don't think it's a believe. I think it's a no. We all know that she's going to retain, beat Momo here, and I don't know who beats Mercedes. I still don't. It's hard to figure out who the hell can beat each person because you never know where the stories are going or what they're going to do. I mean, you look at Jon Moxley. How many people are vying for the AEW title? Jeff Jarrett, Adam Copeland, Jay White. Now you got Swerve and Ricochet being involved, and Adam Page and MJF. Like, it's okay. You got to pick one opponent and go with that. Okay, you can't send everybody after the title unless you're planning on doing a multi-man match, which they weren't. It's Jon Moxley versus Cope for the AEW World Championship, which I hope Cope wins. It's just, listen, I've been an Edge fan for as long as I can remember. I want to see Edge win a world title one more time, so I'm sorry. I don't know if you hate Cope or not, but I hate the name Cope, but I prefer Adam Copeland, but no, let's make it Cope. I don't know. But I think Mercedes Moné wins here, and yeah. Match number 2, we got Kazuchika Okada versus Brody King. This was just thrown together yesterday. I think Tony Khan posted it, and I don't care, honestly. I feel like this hasn't really been built on TV, at least what I've seen. I saw Kazuchika Okada walk in on a Julia Hart and Brody King promo, and that's all I remember. So if you think I believe Brody King's going to win, you're absolutely wrong. I don't. I'm assuming Kazuchika Okada retains here. There's nothing really else to talk about. I've heard rumors that they're going to, which is why I kind of believe Kenny Omega will beat Takeshita here today. I'm just saying all my predictions before I even get to the match. But I do believe that Okada, fucking goddamn it, dude. Okada will be. I'm supposed to do another 6-hour stream after this. God, I can't even talk now. I do believe Okada will beat Brody King and retain the Continental Championship, and I don't think it happens at Dynasty or Double or Nothing, but I do think at All In we will see Okada versus Kenny Omega for winner take all Continental and International Championship. I think they'll just combine it to hopefully call it just the Intercontinental Championship. WWE doesn't have the trademark for the Intercontinental Championship. You can use Intercontinental. Because I know New Japan has an Intercontinental Championship too, so I believe you can use Intercontinental Championship. You can have your own Intercontinental Championship. So I don't like to look at the Continental Championship anyway. I think it's dumb. You call it a Continental Championship, you put a crown on it instead of like a globe. But you already have the International Championship. What was it? Like the Intercontinental No, not Intercontinental. What was it before? All Atlantic Championship? Was that what it was? I think it was. International was probably a better name for it anyway. And if we combine the Continental and the Intercontinental Championship, there you got it. So I do think Okada beats Brody King here. Match number 3, we got Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet in a number 1 contenders match for the AEW World Championship. This should be a banger. I did never expect AEW pay-per-views to not be bangers. Either they're going to put on absolutely amazing matches, stuff where they tell amazing stories. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. I don't know. They've had a hard time gaining my interest recently, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. In terms of this match, I think they've told a pretty decent story between these two. Ricochet's still hard. I mean, I guess he plays it well. He annoys me. He does. But his promo just still isn't there, man. He's just not a very good promo. And then you're facing Swerve, who pound you into the dirt with his promo. But I do think Ricochet beats Swerve Strickland here, and we're going to see Ricochet end up facing Cope at Dynasty, as I was saying earlier. So that's what I think is going to happen here. Match number 4. We got the Hurt Syndicate versus the Outrunners for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Should be a good match. I really like the Outrunners. I don't think they end up beating the Hurt Syndicate here as much as I'd love to see the Outrunners get their tag title run. But I haven't really seen, as I said, I haven't watched as much, so that's my bad. I haven't really seen much on the Outrunners for me to believe that they'll win. I know they do their little video packages, and to be honest with you, I just don't watch those. But I do think that the Hurt Syndicate beats the Outrunners here. They retain the tag titles. I just think it's too early to take the titles off the Hurt Syndicate, and they'll stay tag champions for a little bit still. I don't know who beats them for it. I never know who's going to beat who for the fucking titles. I think Kenny will end up being the first Intercontinental Champion. if they do combine the International and Continental Championships, but that's all I can think of right now. But yeah, I got the Hurt Syndicate beating the Outrunners here. We'll move on to match number 5. Konosuke Takeshita versus Kenny Omega for the AEW International Championship. You already kind of heard my prediction on this, because since they're combining the Continental and if they're combining the Continental and International Championships, I do believe that Kenny Omega will beat Konosuke Takeshita and become your new International Champion, which kind of sucks for Takeshita because I feel like his reign. Listen, all these reigns get overshadowed because they don't have enough TV time to put every single one of their championships or every single one of their stars on TV. They just don't. And I don't watch Collision. I don't tune into Collision at all. I really don't care to watch Collision. As I said, if AEW drew more of my attention, I really would. I just watch Dynamite every night. Fuck. I watch Dynamite every week, and that's all I do. I watch Raw, Dynamite, and SmackDown, and then I watch NXT later in the week. Whenever I feel like it, or I just binge watch NXT before the next pay-per-view or something like that, which I might binge watch it here in the next couple of days. I might watch Roadblocks, so we'll see what happens there. But I do think Kenny Omega beats Konosuke Takeshita here, and we're going to get Kenny Omega versus Okada down the line. I don't think it happens right away, but I do think it will be a all-in match. Match number 6. We got Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage. This is going to be a banger. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Kyle Fletcher, he's an incredible wrestler. You don't have to like his character, but I like Kyle Fletcher. I don't really care what anyone else says. This is my opinion. Fuck off. Everyone loves Will Ospreay. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world right now, and I do unfortunately think Will Ospreay is going to end up beating Kyle Fletcher here. It's just hard for me to think any other way. As much as I do believe Kyle Fletcher needs it, it's just hard for me to see Tony Khan having Will Ospreay lose to Kyle Fletcher. I don't know. He's trying to build Kyle Fletcher into this big star, and I don't think he wants him to beat Will Ospreay, so I just don't think Tony Khan's going to do it, man. Maybe he proves me wrong. Maybe he does. But, I got Will Ospreay beating Kyle Fletcher here in the steel cage. Should be a banger. Can't wait. And we're going to move on to the next match. I can't really talk much on the stories because I don't really know. MJF versus Adam Page. This has been built up for a little while. I know the Jeff Jarrett shit fell through, which is good because I don't think anyone was really caring for the MJF Jeff Jarrett shit. This is way more intriguing. MJF versus Adam Page. Stuff they've been doing with them has been absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see this match. And as I said, I've only seen bits and pieces of these. I know they had MJF cutting a promo in the alleyway, and fucking Adam Page comes up behind him with his truck, and they start brawling all the way out and back into the arena, into the ring, and shit like that. That's what I remember from yesterday. Rampage doesn't exist, Logan. That's what I remember from Dynamite. So I don't think MJF is going to win. I think Adam Page is going to beat MJF here at Revolution, and we'll see. I mean, I could see this going either way. I don't really know. I don't know if they're going to do another match after this or what's going to happen if they really do a 3-set match or a trilogy. That's the word I'm looking for. If they do a trilogy with these three, maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I got Adam Page winning the first one if they do. Match number 8. Toni Storm versus Mariah May in the Hollywood ending for the AEW Women's World Championship. Listen, this is going to be another banger match between these two women. I cannot wait. And this has got to be the last match, personally. They had a match, Mariah May beat Toni at All In last year. Then Toni Storm beat Mariah for the Women's Championship at, what was that last one? Grand Slam. I just don't think you're really going to have Toni beat. I don't think Toni should have beat Mariah in the first place, because I think we're just walking backwards here with Toni Storm winning the Women's Championship again and beating Mariah May. We're just fucking destroying everything that we did in the lead up to All In. I do believe that Mariah May should take the title back here. I do believe Mariah May does take the title back here. But we'll see what happens here. But I'm predicting Mariah May beating Toni Storm and regaining the Women's World Championship. Match number 9, the main event. We got Jon Moxley versus Cope for the AEW World Championship. This should be a banger. As I said, love Moxley, love Cope. This Death Rider storyline just isn't it. I have not enjoyed it at all. Have we ever found out what was in that suitcase? I don't even remember if we did or not, to be honest with you. The last thing I remember was them destroying the suitcase, and that's really it. But that was before Grand Slam, and then I don't even remember what happened at Grand Slam, to be honest with you. It's hard to remember what happens in AEW right now. Just my attention is not there. But I do believe Cope beats Jon Moxley, becomes a new AEW World Champion, and we're going to get Cope versus Ricochet in the main event of Dynasty. That's what I think is going to happen. And those are my predictions for AEW Revolution. And, yeah. If you guys did enjoy, please drop a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you're new here, please subscribe for more AEW and WWE prediction videos. Also, we got video game content. We're currently working on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So if you are watching this as on the Saturday, I'm probably streaming right now, so you can hop on over if you're interested and check out Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We'll be doing some more side quests on that. Hopefully we'll break into the main story today, but we'll see what happens. Back into the main story, I should say. But we also do NFL stuff as well. Social media is in the description below, Twitter and Instagram. Go follow those. Leave a comment of what you thought of my predictions for AEW Revolution, and leave a comment with your predictions for AEW Revolution, and I will see you guys in the next video or stream or whatever I do. Thank you for tuning in.